So when we start working with a client, we don't expect that on day 30, the day of go live, that they change their entire mix. But we do have a very broad group of quite different brands that we work with. And at one end of the spectrum, there are businesses that they probably actually didn't need our measurement to tell them that they had opportunities in some channels, and in fact they've probably been growing in spite of their system of measurement. But the marketing team have always struggled to prove this to the finance team, and therefore they've been held back a bit. And they'll go live and they'll see what they always really believe to be the case, and that will really just grease the reels with the rest of the business, and they'll make quite significant changes and realize quite significant wins. So that's one end of the spectrum. But on the other end of the spectrum, we have extremely large businesses with sort of 20 years of institutionalized last click measurement, and particularly if they're publicly listed and therefore possibly a bit more risk averse, they're not going to make huge changes on day 30. So with them, what we'll generally do is we'll work to identify the 3 to 5 most clear opportunities to do something different, and that will typically be the channels that they were the most underinvested in relative to what their existing system of measurement said versus ours. So we can see as a massive big opportunity, and also a huge amount of profitable headroom that we forecast. So we'll find 3 or 5 opportunities like that, and then we'll work with them to execute a test, measure the results at a blended overall level, and then basically give the marketing teams the business case to take to finance. We implemented a system of measurement. We saw where we were undervaluing activity. We made a change, and then we saw a result not just in that channel, but in the overall business. And that generally is the way in which those organizations build confidence and then grow from there.